So we're gonna be doing the design thinking workshop. My name is Laura Lochran.
My name's
Um,
Elise.
My name's Carly.
And my name's Kathleen.
And I'm Abby, and we're group one. All right, I'll take over share to share our mural board.
Okay.
All right, can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, just to like start off, the one thing I did keynote like right here, in the design sprint, the team colors, I just kind of self-assigned colors just to make it simpler. So when we do add notes throughout the mural, we don't have to attach our name to it every single time. All right. Laura, do you want to go into the first warm up?
Okay, so we are going to make a sketch of each other to kind of get to know each other as a team. So everyone will draw a sketch about themselves and add a personality trait. So we'll begin that.
All right. I guess we can just go from left to right. Carly, if you want to start.
Hey, I'm Carly. I really like to listen to all types of music. Literally, in my liked playlist, it will go from genre to genre. So it's kind of hard to just play off of liked. Nice to meet everybody.
Nice. Great drawing. I drew my dog first. I really love animals. I have two little Shih Tzus, and I love them a lot. I just drew GCSU because I think it's fun that we all went or still go there. And then I drew the sun because I love the summertime, so I'm sad that it's gonna be winter soon.
Hi, I'm Kat. I try to draw myself holding a paintbrush and a paint palette because I like to paint, but I'm a lot better at painting than drawing, clearly. But yeah.
Hi, I'm Elise. I drew myself cooking an egg. I don't know if you can see the yolk in the center, because I like to cook. And yeah,
My name is Laura. I didn't draw myself running, but I like to run, go for runs outside. Yeah. I guess I should have added legs. But... Okay, so we can move on to the warm-up. Creating a team name. The Team Fun Munchkin.
I
Yeah.
like it.
Is it capital N?
Yeah.
N? Is that right?
Yeah, I think it has an S in there. So I always mix up like making it plural because the name actually has an
Let's see.
Yeah, it does on Etsy.
S. Nice. Okay. Seems fitting.
Okay, so moving on to the empathy stage. So we're trying to find out who is our user and who will build our defined question around. So I'm gonna kind of go over what she added in the video. Make a little chart here. Oh, that's not that straight, but it's okay. And we're gonna just kind of add what our user would say, do, and this here, think and feel, so we can empathize with our user so we can get a better understanding of our issue.
Okay. So obviously our users would just be the small employee circle that's running questions.
I'm not ready. I'm just getting to my. Okay, sorry.
I think for how do you want to do this where like we just go over what we put for each section or go section by section?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think that'd be
so-
easiest.
Mhm.
Which one?
Sorry.
If
Like
if
each person goes through what they said.
Okay.
yeah.
For
Okay.
service, from experience, I think I was just thinking about myself. So when I worked here like a few years back, there were definitely times where I was like looking at the orders for the day and was realizing, oh my gosh, we don't even have this size of onesie in stock. So like, oh no. And for does, I definitely panicked sometimes, realizing that inventory was low. So I have to like basically her shop is in her basement. Her whole entire basement is like dedicated to everything. So she lives in a pretty big house. The basement's huge and there's just inventory everywhere. So just like running around her basement to different piles of where inventory is, checking. And then yeah, just same thing, like thinking, I hope we have enough in stock, and then feeling like fingers crossed that we have enough material, or fingers crossed that my manager's not upset when I tell her we don't have enough and that we have to go get.
Okay, and then as for my thought process for says, I kind of said I wish we knew when we ran out of products and slash when we needed to order. So it kind of like builds off of what she just said of like, running out of products and not realizing and that communication being not as fluent within the company. And then for does, I decided to do like a little bit of a reverse and say that this person is the only one who does post when the items sell, so they can deduct the itemized count because they're trying to, know what they have in stock, but not everybody does that. And for think, I just kind of have them as a forward thinker of how will we prepare for each month's production, and that leads into feeling of just like, all of those says, does, and thinks kind of leads to me to believe this person is anxious about fulfilling orders in a timely manner to keep that reputation of the company good.
So for says, I said that they'd be tired of miscounting on accident because I think a big thing of the inventory management system is removing that human error. So as Abby mentioned, running around and trying to keep count is a lot. So that goes into the does. The employee would have to remember the most popular items because they wouldn't have a dashboard or trends or things like that to help them keep track. Thinks they would think that they're prepared for the holiday season, which I would assume is one of the most peak seasons, and then feels nervous that they could have possibly miscounted.
So for says, I wish I knew how many shirts I have left, kind of like what Carly said, like wanting to know what you have left to be prepared for the future. For does, I did that they would count the amount of pants per size per order, kind of like what Kat said, like you want to remember how many items you are, but you could forget and then have to count and again and again. For thinks, I did how many orders am I not going to be able to fulfill today? And for feels, I did upset when clothes run out without warning and being unprepared.
So first says, I just thought pretty broadly, just, oh no, I didn't know we were sold out because they don't have an inventory tracking. And then does, I thought of packaging and storing each order, so that would get pretty complex and you would maybe forget where your orders are going and how many you have. They think how many orders for today, similarly in rush season or for Black Friday, know how many orders you're gonna have, and then when they do have a lot of orders, they're stressed out. So now that we have the says, does, think, and feel, we can go on to creating. I'll type.
Okay. Oh,
What's it again? Carla.
Carla Jensen. I'm going to delete this then.
Okay, and she's.
They said 58.
Okay.
And then where is the location of this, Abby?
It's in Alpharetta, Georgia.
Okay. You want to have like 2 sons and a daughter?
Mhm.
Yeah, and maybe put like stay-at-home mom who
Yeah.
helps.
And married stay-at-home mom. So they know that she's married.
I need to change the text box. Okay. We can also say, like, her kids are in middle school.
Middle school and
And
elementary school.
have a lot of sports. Either one. I just think maybe we could
But like
go
one
into her
one
background.
child's in elementary school, you know.
Mhm.
I don't know. If you
Yeah,
want to get that
maybe
deep.
lower her age.
Yeah. Her kids are
Let's do
adopted.
43.
For 42, yeah, 43.
I was thinking if we add that, then we can say like, oh, she's already busy outside of this,
Oh, yeah,
so
that's
she
good.
like
Yeah.
forgets stuff. That's okay.
Most of her
Goals?
employees are just like women, like her friends that are children's parents' age that like want to help Dipti, who is the owner, out. Like Dipti will like kind of be like trying to get people to come and help her out, and then they end up just being like really good friends, so they just stay and like end up enjoying it.
Should you say, so then in background you should say friends with owner?
Yeah, that's good.
And then for goals, you could say like
About her friend. Make a little extra.
motivated to boost friends' company.
Yeah.
Okay. Company.
Oh, well, that's a motivation, not a goal. But
Oh.
sorry, I forgot that motivation was on there. Goal, to
Like
make
she pays
people
them.
happy. To make people happy.
Yeah. I mean she does pay them like too,
Yeah.
so
Yeah. But still, she like it's just probably like a side thing because it's her
Extra.
kids.
Money.
Frustrations, unorganized time because like you never know when orders are coming in, I guess. Like unorganized order production,
so
order slash production processing.
let me move this.
Let me move her so you can have a bigger text box.
We can also say does not have in work day to by hand. So she needs this digital system because she is a busy mom. Okay. Anything else?
I think that's good. I'm just gonna add a space real fast.
yeah, I think it's good.
I'm gonna add a space.
So our persona is um a busy married stay-at-home mom with two sons and a daughter. Her name's Carla Jensen. She's 43. She lives in Alpharetta, Georgia. She's good friends with the owner because her kids are the owner's kids' age, and they live close by. So she was motivated to help support Fun Munchkins to boost her friend's small shop and to make people happy and make some extra money on the side. Some of her frustrations are that she is obviously a busy mom. She can't keep everything so organized all the time, and that's also in her work. So she could definitely benefit from some sort of system to help her organize to support Fun Munchkins. Yeah.
Time process now.
So now that we all know our user, we can create our define statement. So it's simply creating a statement that's just Carla needs to blank because of some of the issues that we've talked about before. And then we can all go through and vote on which one we like the best.
All right. Want to go left to right?
Sure. So for the first thought that came to mind, I said that Carla needs to have an effective production and fulfillment plan because she is missing some orders which is causing long wait periods for customers.
I said that Carla needs to create or find a way to manage inventory because she's struggling to be up to date on order availability.
I just said Carla needs to get help with inventory because she's overwhelmed.
I said Carla needs to usually have oversized inventory because manual efforts lead to errors.
I said Carla needs to have a count of the number of daily orders because she cannot keep track of it manually.
I think one thing I would say with yours Laura, is like the orders like are counted like easily through Etsy itself, like
Okay.
number of orders. I think it would more so be like I mean I get what you're saying. Like you just mean like the actual materials in the orders, right?
Hmm.
But I do think like I kind of like Cat how and whoever the purple one was
That's Elise. Yeah.
because it kind of like touches on the like empathy part.
Hmm.
So I feel like that kind of ties into like this like workshop anyway because it's like tying in empathy into it.
Hmm.
So maybe like a combo.
I like the purple one, but I also like the pink one because Color said to look for a final point of view. In her example, it was online students take online classes because like it's easier for them. So a final point of view of Carla and her frustrations. I just like the pink one because it's kind of broad, so that gives us
Yeah,
something
it's
to work with.
simple.
Yay.
But
How do we
if anyone
put
else
a crown on it? Yeah.
check mark or star. Mm,
I think that's good.
okay. Yay. All right. So define our final point of view. So this is similar to our define statement. Sorry. So we're going to use our final point of view, which is this. Carla needs help with the inventory because she is overwhelmed. And define our problem. Could we add something like maybe manual inventory just to, because we're going to use like we're updating it.
Yes.
We're going to begin at the idea phase and we're going to start with the how might we questions. And so we're going to start with how might we based on the problem statement. So how might we improve this problem? But we can say how might we track orders better? How might we, and then be more specific about it. And then that way we can go into creating actual solutions.
Okay.
All right, so
So you want us to make the how might we more specific? I think what
so
you
it would
just
be
said
like
is
how
the
might
best.
we fix
Like,
the I can't think of a specific part of it, but like how might
I
we
think it's
fix her Etsy order confirmation? Something like that.
yeah, I think it's any problem that we might occur from doing this because she's overwhelmed. So every idea is welcome, and then we'll narrow it down in the end. He just wants to see like all of our ideas, and then we zone it into a few.
And then after that we'll like answer those how might we questions. And then that's where you do like the really big ideas and they want to see like anything. But I guess I'll get to that. Okay. Wait, so what would you say the main issue is with her like thing?
Like the main issue is not like tracking like the main issue is that they have so much um inventory in like meaning like there's so many different kinds of materials that are used to fulfill orders. So it's not just like she sells like two different types of shirts and they're all like the same. And she just has those two different types of shirts and she ships them out. Like because everything is customizable and personalized, it means that she like has to have like many different variations of onesies like size and color wise and like many different variations of so essentially like her main seller is obviously onesies and she will personalize them for like oh like Carla's first birthday or like Jackson's first Halloween and she basically just has a bunch of Cricut machines and she um goes onto like her computer and does the design and prints it out on the Cricut machine on vinyl and then she heat presses the vinyl onto the clothing but it's not just onesies like each onesie can have um like accessories like tutus and she'll like pair it with like headbands and she'll pair it with like leg warmers. So there's just so many like items that can be a part of an order based on like however the customer wants to personalize it. And so like it becomes like an issue when like someone orders like 10 onesies with pink tutus and like generally pink tutus are always ordered and then one day someone orders like 10 with purple and like she realizes, oh, I don't even have purple tutus in stock. So like there's no she doesn't have a solid way to keep track of like all this miscellaneous like material that she needs because she offers so many different types of materials to personalize things.
Okay.
And okay, sorry if I didn't explain as well, but we're gonna start with making the how might questions. So it's like how might we improve this problem, but it would be the how might we question would be more specific, and then we can go through and look at those how might we specific questions and then give a more specific answer. Sorry, I think I know.
So are all of these, are these just,
So it
these
should
are
all
still
be-
helpful, but they're
So-
they're not doing it yet, right?
Yeah, so we can just move those down, honestly.
So
Um,
could we, those would kind of be like the answers though, right?
Yeah, so this
Okay.
would be how might we questions.
Okay, so
Oh,
just
okay.
take what we wrote, but make a how we question with that as the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do an
So,
example? I kind of
Like,
forgot how
might
this
we
one
keep
answers.
track of headbands and tutus like that?
Oh, okay.
Um, I feel like it's like a little redundant, but that's how.
Yeah.
So
Like how many how might we
Sorry.
questions do we need? Do you know how many?
Let's do like
we
two
can do one,
each.
Yeah, I
Two
can.
each, just so we can like
think of, I
pinpoint.
guess.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So we wanted to expand how might we improve this problem. So I kind of was thinking, how might we expand our online tracking? Or how might we expand ourselves externally with help?
So I just thought about Carla, going back to empathy. How might we make inventory faster for Carla? That process since she's a busy mom. And then since this issue is because it's manually, I just thought how might we implement a digital inventory system?
Okay, I said, how might we keep track of inventory since that's a big problem for Carla? And I also said, how might we know how many products to order for our orders in the future?
My questions were, how might we know what is trending, versus what's just like going in and seeing what was the most sold? And then how might the customers know what's low in stock?
Mine were how might we manage the various material types needed to fulfill personalized orders? Just because there's so many options. And then how might we prepare inventory stock for the upcoming hot seasons, which are holidays, for the most part.
I like the sorry, just like starting. I like the how might we manage various material types needed. And I also like this how might we expand ourselves externally just because
Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah.
we can have a lot more, I guess.
I like the how might we make
Ideas.
inventory faster for Carla. I think that's kind of broad.
Mm-hmm. And it's the empathetic approach.
Yeah. Should we add like the word like tracking? Like inventory tracking? Or what do you mean by just like inventory faster?
Okay, yeah, inventory. Well, I think, yeah, these are just kind of ideas, so.
Oh, I thought, okay. I thought we were like we have to pick questions, two like top questions, and then I honestly had no idea.
Sorry. We'll choose some to focus on, but I guess it's more of like brainstorming session.
I didn't realize I was muted, but I was saying, for these two right here, we could collaborate them because they're similar. Because like our online tracking and like down here, if you scroll down, in my blue, like to the other quote unquote answer ones that we were talking about, I was talking about developing an affordable POS system, or creating organized purchase tickets can go within the POS system. So like tracking slash, I think that POS helps track like it's like the point of sale system. I don't know, because for my experience in the past with design thinking, a lot of people just write all these down and then we like make one big one from all of them and kind of like expanding everything. And that's our big expansion, quote unquote, of how we might solve this problem. You know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I like the ones that have the most stars. I feel like they're both equally broad, so I think they're both pretty good. Like for
We can't, like, I guess we can do one. She
Yeah,
says
well,
use the
I
most
think,
popular.
yeah, I think combining them will help us further ask a question because it's supposed to be an elaborate question. So it can be like, how might we make inventory faster for Carla and expand ourselves externally with help and manage various, you know, like, and those
Okay.
things. You know what I mean?
So, yeah.
I feel like
It's great.
external help, like you mean by somebody else.
More so like, you know, when in big companies they'll have someone, they'll kind of like not pay, well they do. They'll pay someone else to take care of their shipping, like their, what's it called? Their
Wouldn't the external help be like getting somebody to
warehouses,
build
you know,
out?
like yeah, like where, well, I was thinking more so, I'm like in my mind I was thinking kind of like warehouse and like who's storing that because she, if she decides that the company, if she is expanding, she's gonna need to get a warehouse or something, so that will be external help, not more so of just like, I don't know, what do you guys think?
Well, the only thing with that would be like our idea is to do like a internal
Oh,
IMS,
okay.
right? Right? Unless I'm like
Well,
say
IMS.
we like hire a developer to build it out for Fun Munchkins.
this
Or
is
are
just
we looking to outsource
workshop.
that?
So we can just throw like however we just throw out ideas for because this
Yeah,
is just a
I think we
workshop.
do.
I don't think we'll. I don't
That
know.
is true though, because
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you guys wanted to stay within, but outsourcing is kind of where my mind went for like external help of like outsourcing like I like professionals to kind of like do the heavy lifting for you if you're shipping and stuff.
But I do think for like the project as a whole, we will have to create it ourselves
Mhm.
for like the DXDs and whatever. Like we'd have to make a system.
Yeah.
I like the external idea. We can just ideate on it just because that's part of the design
Yes.
thinking process. It doesn't have to be feasible right now, but I like it there just as like an idea. But
Mhm.
while it may not be like actually, I don't know, she probably cannot afford a warehouse, but I like it for like coming up with ideas. But then we can finalize something more realistic.
Okay.
I, okay. So we can use this how might we questioned to create some ideas and sketch a solution. So I'm going to pause here and we
Oh,
can.
okay. So after we finished ideating for our how might we improve this problem, we decided to collaborate and put together some of our problems, and we decided on how might we help Carla manage various material types needed to fulfill orders while making inventory tracking faster by implementing external help. This kind of made all of our ideas fluent and gave us a bigger why to what we're answering.
Yeah, I think that's good.
So now we can use that how might we question to start brainstorming ideas.
Is the brainstorming in prototype or no, that's still an ideate?
No, prototype will just be this final thoughts part. There's no like we're not actually, doing it right now.
Mm.
Um, but
I'm just
this
gonna
is
move it
just
over
to
here.
add like any idea.
Okay.
And then we'll select the best one that. So
I'm
we
gonna
can read them out and then we'll use this little final voting thing in the corner. And then 5 will be your favorite idea, and then 4, 3, 2, 1. So you'll rank them, and then whichever one gets the most 5s.
okay.
And like, I guess we're just when we choose an idea, is this an idea that we have to use in our milestone, or can we just like choose
You
something?
can change, I feel like. I feel like with ERP, or not oh my gosh. With design thinking, it's really more just a brainstorming, allowing everybody's ideas and thoughts, and like nothing's really unsaid. There's no such thing as a stupid idea. That's what they really like to say all the time. So we don't, with also design thinking, we don't have to, it's not a strict system. It's a fluent system. Oh, well, maybe this was a great idea then, but now since we're implementing this, we got to tweak things. So we don't have to stick with something and run with it. We can improve it and tweak it. So that's what really is with design thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, I do feel like some of them are like very similar.
That's why I was saying we group things.
Yeah.
Why do I do that?
Because like the SAS, ERP, POS, a lot of them are the same but different fonts of what they are.
Oh,
Ooh, I like this one. Wait. Sorry, guys. I'm excited. Oh, wait, these are the same. That deviates the order based on size. Build a live dashboard with real-time updates. For the dashboard, who's pink?
me.
Do you want to just combine those? Because it's creating still a dashboard. You just have like that deviates the order based on size theme, and then you can say and has real time updates with inventory trends.
Yeah, I mean, if it gets enough votes, I could combine them.
Okay. I like
Just
that one. Where did my green go? Or my 3? I don't know where it is. Oh, 4. There it is. Sorry, guys. And
It's annoying because they go behind it, so you lose them.
okay. From the looks of it, this one is the winner. I'm gonna get a star just so I can show that right here. This one, everybody likes, and so did this one. Well, wait, 1, 2, 3. This is just 3, 3, and 3. That's 4. Okay.
Yeah. And like
3, 3, 3.
an inventory management system is the same. Like it's just the broader way. It's just the broader idea of what I put in the yellow.
Yes, and so that's why I was saying a lot of these are kind of the same. So we can like kind of mash them up. It can still be it could be a personalized inventory management system, but still purchasing and, a management system. I don't know.
I like this, building a dashboard or our inventory system, at least for design thinking, because then we can kind of map out a dashboard in our little prototype phase.
I
That
agree.
would be something good to just
I think that
see
the
physical
dashboard,
design.
I think these two can be like stapled together and built like, dashboard, real updates and inventory trends. Like if we just were to make that one, if you read it like that, but like obviously change the wording.
So we can go through. Do you want to do inventory? This
Yeah, like
software
like
person?
SaaS just means system as a service. So
Yeah.
like so if like an inventory SaaS would literally just be like inventory system management as a service. So you just purchase it. Like I think most of them for smaller shops are a monthly fee. And I like looked it up before we started, like they have these specifically curated for Etsy. Like there's like there's one company I found that was specifically for Etsy and smaller shops. And like within that system, like they would have a dashboard, but it's not like you just like purchase it and they do everything. Like they give you the functionality and then like you make it your own and you link it to your Etsy. And so like you have a lot of like ownership over it. So like we would still be able to like within the project um like write out and like put out our own dashboard because we're still like, it's not like we're just like not doing anything, just purchasing it from someone. Like that's not how that one works.
Yeah,
Right.
the company that I work for is a SaaS company, and a lot of the times, depending on what the role is, they'll want you, or they can build out a dashboard with like different widgets and things like that. So like
Yeah.
Carly was combining those two that I did, I think we could do different dashboards for each of those with
Oh, yeah.
the purchase SaaS that Abby talked about.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna move them together then.
So
They're
it could
like
all just
side
be
by
like
side.
the SaaS, and then within the SaaS,
Yeah.
get the
But originally I was like, I was thinking it could be just so simple where like literally Dipti, like the owner and her peers, like they could just do this within Etsy themselves. But Etsy, like one of the cons is like when you create a listing on Etsy, you're only allowed like two variations. And so like when Dippy can't track inventory through that because there's so many variations like with one order and it's only tracking two within Etsy. So that's why like they would have to like kind of purchase a system like this that allows for more variations to be tracked.
our little dashboard.
Here, I had a picture online. This was like an inventory management software dashboard.
perfect.
Yeah, let's
Oh,
look at
nice.
it.
Love it. That
Okay,
does look good.
Which area was optional? The prototype or testing?
That one
I
says.
believe optional.
So for our prototype, we decided to attach a photo of what an inventory dashboard looks like. And we want to use an inventory software as a service or SaaS, creating a dashboard that breaks down the order specifications and updates in real time.
Ideas are or like our comments are very similar, so I was just gonna kind of read through a few of them, because I think we
Yeah.
all sort of wrote the same thing. So what worked well? I said creative ideas. Sort of the empathize phase too. I saw that work together well, agreed on final ideas. Lots of collaboration among everyone and combining all the ideas. Everyone's very non-judgmental, so that's very good. And then what worked less well, a lot of this was timing and being virtual. So that's always can be hard when you're working in a group. And then what should we do differently? I like this idea of maybe meeting earlier since this was a little later in the day. Having more diverse ideas is always good. Meeting in person to draw on a whiteboard. That one may be difficult. But finding a set day and time to work in the week to meet consistently is good. I like that idea. And then I said having multiple personas to ideate on, just maybe an idea since we had so many good ideas.